How beneficial is this bye week going to be for your guys, sort of maybe clear your heads after what's happened in the last 2 games?
Well, we got some things we need to work on fundamentally, and so we'll try to simplify even more. And so this week will be good for us to try to get simpler on defense and get guys to playing full speed all the time.
Has that been a problem? The fact that guys just aren't executing the scheme that you have now, so you have to sort of drop it down a notch or two?
Well, I mean, that's obviously if we're making mental mistakes, then we got to do. We are obviously as coaches we're probably doing too much, so we got to make it simpler.
How do you get simpler? Do you get rid of one of the base defenses, or do you do less plays? How does it?
No, we'll do less calls. We'll still run 4-2-5, and we'll still run 3-4 based on the situation in the game, but we'll just have limited calls in each one.
Is that frustrating for you as a coach to have to go simpler, or are you just doing what you have to do?
Not at all. You got to do what your players can do to win ball games. And we've given up 13 points and 14 points in the fourth quarter, the last 2 ball games. Stopping either ball game, and we win both ball games. We're sitting here 5-1 instead of 3-2. So we got to do stuff that's whatever it takes to get better.
How frustrating is it for you as a coach just to watch Kentucky just basically run the same play over and over again, the Wildcat, and they kept turning out guys, and the guy breaks up a 40-yarder and all this stuff? Like, I mean, you guys be steaming on the sidelines.
Well, I mean, again, you got to figure out what the problem is, and I think we'll change the way we do sideline organization as well. I'm gonna go to the box because there's the problems was real simple. If we just fixed it, if we had saw it, again, having GAs up there and not knowing exactly what they're looking at, it's not their problem. It's my fault. So I'm gonna go to the box and leave Deacon, Coach Bikin on the sideline to make the adjustments, and because what we did early in the ball game, the plan we had for Wildcat would have worked if we had just saw what the simple breakdown was, and so we tried to fix it on the sideline by doing something else, and that's not what we need to do.
So you being in the box allows you to more easily facilitate changes you need to make.
Well, and I can see what's going on. I can see what who wasn't in the gap or which guy didn't run the stunt correctly. So we'll make that change.
Now that's going to limit, obviously, that's going to limit your communications, the face-to-face communication with the
with
the players on the sidelines. You always like doing that.
I do, but again, each group is different, and we don't have a veteran football team by no means on defense, and so we got to do what's best for them. And Coach Bikin and Coach Adams can convey the message to them instead of me doing it face-to-face. They can do it, but the adjustment part is the biggest part we need.
Simple things like tackling. There are a lot of missed tackles, especially on those Wildcat runs. How do you fix that at this stage of the game?
Well, we got to tackle more. We're doing some different tackling drills. We're going to change up the way we practice. As far as our individual, we'll do a tackling circuit on Tuesday. We'll do a turnover circuit on Wednesday to start out practicing. So we won't worry about us running as many plays against their particular offense, our opponent offense, as we will more fundamentals, because that's what we need.
What about looking at reevaluating people? You talked about looking at reevaluating personnel after the Kentucky game. Are y'all looking at younger guys?
Oh, of course, we're looking at all kind of guys. Again, there's no position that's safe, so we got some guys that played hard. The thing that we got to make sure we get the maximum effort out of the guys that are in the game, whoever it is. And so, I feel like the last 2 series at the Kentucky game, we didn't play with maximum effort. That's why long runs get out when somebody else is expecting someone else to make the tackle. We got to have 11 guys going to the football.
I think it's been a few games since Chris Lamont's played. Is he still suffering from an injury?
Well, his foot is better, and it'll be between him and Rico that'll start at one corner along with Bryson Williams. Al played okay, but didn't play as well as we thought he should play, and so now it's the next guy's turn. You would want to think that you're getting better, and so we just have to watch what we're doing on defense and make sure we're not doing too much and keep it simple. And I think that sometimes we slant our front too much, which caused them to look like they're playing soft, and so we're going to be more of a tight and let them play the gaps up front. So again, that's coaching, and that's not their problem. That's me as a coach, making sure that I'm doing what they can do.
You ever played this many guys?
No, again, but I thought that would strength would be in our numbers, and so we'll actually try to cut back and just let the guys play the majority of the plays that are playing good. So we can't play 12 D linemen. I talked to Coach Adam about that. We can't play 7, 8, 9 linebackers. We just got to play guys that are playing at that time, good at that time. So it's good to have all those guys have some rep behind them, so if somebody got hurt, they can play. But we'll start getting the better players on the field.
Who have been those better players?
That's the jury. They're still out on a lot of positions. Again, it's a rotating revolving door at a lot of positions, and there's really not many positions on defense that have been solidified. And so we just got whoever practices the best. That's who's gonna get the majority of the plays.